everybody. We are here harvesting your 2020 Pardina lentil crop. We're gonna do a combine ride with Kevin. This is my husband, Kevin.
Hey, how's it going?
It's probably super loud. We're gonna show you the machine real quick, and then we'll get in the cab and we'll start going through the field and talk about what our crew's experiencing today. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. Again, we're harvesting your 2020 Pardina lentil crop. And so first of all, I'm gonna just kind of show you where we're at. I'm standing next to the combine header, and then you can see the trucks that will fill. As I go around, this is the machine and equipment we're using. So that big black thing on top is where all the lentils dump into prior to the auger, which is that big, long looking piece, dumping them into trucks. And then from there, we take them to our processing facility in Palouse, where we clean them and bag them and eventually get them to you on Amazon. So we're gonna climb in. Kevin's the farmer. I work on the processing and cleaning side. We're gonna climb in the cab and get going, and you're gonna get to ride in our combine with us today. Hey, wait, real quick. It says King of the Hill. What's that for?
Just for the fun of it, nothing special.
Did you put that on your combine? They don't come stock like that, do they?
No, the dealer that we bought it from, they were kind of just trying new stickers out. JTI is not normally, they're the dealer, and that sticker isn't normally on the combine from the factory, so they just added that to represent. And this combine is outfitted with a Hillco leveler for the hills, because
let's talk about that in the cab and what that's for.
Okay, but so King of the Hill is just because we've got steep hills. So
got it. Do they? Okay, all right, go ahead. I'll climb up after you. Oh, let's see. This is hard to do one-handed. Here we go. Sorry for the shake. All right, so Kev's ready to go. We're climbing in. It's gonna get quiet in here. I'm gonna shut the door. All right, go ahead and just head out. Oops, door's not shut. Thanks for taking care of me. Okay, so head's moving up so he can spin around, not hit the truck in the field.
I'm gonna unload what I've got in the tank so far.
Okay.
In the truck here before we
get started.
Head out.
And can you tell me what's happening with that combine over there?
It had a broken bolt on the subframe structure, and so it's a fairly major fix. We've got to get it welded up this morning before that machine can run.
And is that truck outfitted to weld in the field like that?
Yes.
I see the crane. Okay,
Tyler's got everything that he needs to get her fixed up.
Can I step out while the auger's going?
It's going to be dusty, but yes, have
at
it.
I planned on dust today.
I mean, it won't be terrible, but yeah, step out.
Really loud. Okay, stepping back in the cab. Alrighty, let's flip this around. I still didn't get the door shut. Fantastic. Okay, how long have you been harvesting this summer?
Since the 6th of July.
And so, can you tell me about how many acres this field is that we're in?
It's a little over 300.
And
we're only going to be able to harvest about 70%, 60-70% of it, because a lot of it's still green.
And so one of the biggest questions we get from our customers on Amazon is, do you spray glyphosate in your field to dry down your crop? And so the answer to that question is
no, absolutely not.
And we do that because, so that's why you're leaving some of the crop in the field, is because our food is sun dried.
Correct.
and wind dried. Like we
Correct.
rely a little bit on wind.
Heat, mainly heat, long days. We're hoping for 100 degrees this weekend, so it dries up some more of these green patches.
Yep. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show them where we're headed. So I can see a bunch of weeds in the field too.
There's some, not terrible. It's actually pretty clean. Yes, there's some out there, but not not a ton. There's some mustard and some dog fennel and some Canadian thistles, which, as a farmer, we do not want those on our farm. And we work very hard to not have them, but they still come.
They still come. And how far do we have to drive to get to where you're going to drop the header?
Just around the corner.
Oh, got it. Okay. Tell me a little bit about this crop. Why you've been coming home and saying that this crop is amazing. Why is it so amazing?
Well, we had a great May and June. We had lots of rain in May and it was cool. And we had lots of rain in June and it was also cool, which makes for a big crop. And we were able to get in the fields early. We got a lot of the crops planted in March and April, and so they had a lot of growing degree days and a lot of time in the ground, and so it was kind of the perfect scenario.
And so some people don't understand, the Midwest is pretty flat, right? Oh,
yes.
Here goes the header. Oh, you're going backwards. Okay, I get a little bit motion sick, so I'm gonna try and do this the best I can. So a lot of times people don't realize that we actually farm super steep hillsides. Can you tell us why we're different than farming in the Midwest?
Well, it's just, that's the difference. It's the difference between flat and hill country.
And so can you use the same exact equipment you use in the Midwest?
Well, technically we need to modify it a little bit for the hills. Not always, but like the combines, we put levelers on, and it takes bigger tractors because of the hills. We have to have more horsepower to pull the equipment around on the hills, and so that costs more money. That's not the greatest.
And okay, we're going up a hill. You can kind of see the hilly land side, or the hilly land. Can you tell me? You alluded to this earlier, and I see you're cutting patches. So before we go into that, why are you cutting these patches? Did you save these a few days ago waiting for them to dry out more?
I'm just trying to go around the green stuff, and then hopefully next week what I'm going around will dry down. But I'm still in the process of